Some companies come out with new brands that gain such popularity that they become the product in effect. For example, Scotch tape or Xerox, Band-Aids, or even Google. Well, GoPro was that close to accomplishing the same thing. About 10 years ago, if you saw a downhill skier or motocross taking place, and you saw it from the participant's perspective, we didn't call that an action video, we called it a GoPro video. Now, for the last 10 years, I've been an avid GoPro user, but it's gotten to the point where the innovation that is necessary and taking place in the action camera field is not taking place at GoPro. And I've had to make a change. I've had to switch to the DJI Osmo Action 4. Today, on Mark Exploring New Stuff, I'm going to tell you the reasons why I've made that change. Let's take a walk. But really comes down to, when you're looking at any type of video camera, is the quality of the image. If you look at the GoPro has 27 megapixels and it has resolution up to 5.3. And when you compare that to the DJI Action 4, which only has 10 megapixels and a maximum resolution of 4K, you'd automatically say that the GoPro is superior. But the key is the size of the sensor. The sensor on the Action 4 is 1/1.3 versus the sensor on the GoPro is 1/1.9. That difference in sensor makes a dramatic impact. Without getting too technical, while the GoPro has more megapixels but a smaller sensor, all those megapixels require a lot more light and are competing for more light than you're going to find in the 10 megapixel larger sensor on the Action 4. Second thing that I think that the Action 4 has from a practical standpoint is it has the front touch screen. Front screen on the GoPro is solely for display purposes. It doesn't allow you to make adjustments or changes on the fly. DJI Osmo Action 4, you're able to make those adjustments in white balance, frame rate, any type of adjustments that you want to make by touching on that front screen. And that makes it easy to operate and easy to use. When it comes to using the audio on the DJI Action 4 product, one of the advantages you have is it has the DJI wireless microphone, which connects seamlessly to the Action 4. You're listening to it right now. If you want to use any sort of external microphone on the GoPro, you need to buy the Media Mod. Now, the only problem I have with that is the Media Mod adds bulk to the camera that isn't necessary, and more importantly, it takes some bulk out of your wallet. The Media Mod costs about 80 bucks. But improved battery life is also a feature of the Action 4. One of the problems that I always noticed is even if I charged the GoPro all the way up, if I didn't use it after a couple days, I found that the battery had discharged down to maybe 60 or even 50%. That was simply just sitting in a off state. Now, I turned off the Wi-Fi, I turned off the GPS, so all of that was turned off, but still the battery drained a lot on the GoPro. One of the things I found on the Action 4 is if I charge it all the way up, come back 2 or 3 days later, it's still well into the 90th percentile. Another one of the usability features that I find on the Action 4 that makes it so much easier to use is the magnetic base. Just attaching it to a tripod or other type of stand that's out there, it just clicks onto the bottom. You can also side mount it. It makes it it improves the usability of the product. Let's talk software. About 2 months ago, I bought the Pocket 3, and I got to use its software and to do all the setups and features associated with it. And I'll tell you, my first reaction was that it was so much easier to use the software as well as the iPhone application to work with video. When I went out, I was really surprised. The Osmo Action 4 has the same software, and it works so easily. It's easy to find everything, move things around, and I've had no glitches, no locking up at all. And the last reason, and the reason that may finally get your attention if any of the other reasons didn't do, is the fact that the Action 4 costs $299 versus the GoPro right now costs $399. Plus, if you want the functionality of using that extra mic, you're going to have to get the Media Mod for another $80. So if you're trying to make a decision between the GoPro Hero 12 and the DJI Action 4, those are some of the major differences from a non-technical standpoint that I've come across. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up, share a comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching Mark Exploring New Stuff. Man, it's cold out here.